All right, turn 24. Just cut the deck, tap it for luck. I've had bad turn 24s before. Come on, event cards. The turn 20 to 26. Expedited arrival. Place all U.S. units scheduled to enter on turn 28 in their assigned beach approach hexes. Okay, that's kind of a, hopefully an omen of how things are to go. All right, so then the units that we have here in turn 28 get set up in the beach approach hexes. So let me do that. All right. I'm figuring no time to be bashful. Let's bring them in here. They have to wade, these units. Just had to stop the camera and check something. I know that these units do not get LVTs, so any LVTs that we have left are out of the game. They must wade ashore, and it says don't do landing checks. So does that mean the tank just wades ashore 1, 2, 3 as well? It seems to be what it's saying. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that's the case. Anyway, I'm setting them up. They'll come in on turn 25 apparently. Also, it occurs to me, just want to keep myself honest, garrisons will get removed if a Japanese unit is placed such that they are back in that Japanese unit's field of fire, or if the unit enters them. So we had a unit pop up here, and this was here. However, interestingly, this blue is not in this yellow's field of fire, so that should not have been removed, amazingly enough. Otherwise, I don't think I've been at risk of that. When this guy popped up, this wasn't even here. And yeah, just something to keep in mind, that when Japanese units do that tunneling, wherever they pop up might mean other garrisons get removed. Well, with trepidation, here's what we got. No artillery. Yellow, double red, and a blue tank. I don't even know if that's good or bad. Double red. Oh, crap. Okay. Double red coastal P. They will fire. They won't do the patrol. It's the inland who will do patrols. So these guys are just happy to take some shots here. So they get 3 shots. This is going to suck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're in intense. They're both in intense. So 3 of them get shot. So how about 1? How about 2? And how about 3? Not the guy with Ryan, because Ryan's flexible and can change units, so this guy can't, so it seems that that would be the one we'd want to save. So, yuck. Well, then again, these guys are coming in early, so maybe that's not so bad. MTPs do nothing. Love that. Okay. You're brown, right? Yeah, he's brown, he's green. Single red, don't have to worry about. Hey, MTPs do nothing. All right, excellent. And you guys you're the brown. Wave of death. Okay, I don't think I have to do anything else since MTPs do nothing. I'm sorry, I jumped to the red first. Oof. Let's do the yellows. Let's do them in order. And it's an R action, which is always the worst. Okay, so now this guy's empty, and that what is this? A leftover action. These garrisons count for being 2 away. So he's actually going to reinforce and fire and shoot at this tank. So he needs a reserve unit and a depth marker. They have no shortage of units or depth markers. I mean, this game would need to go to turn 40 probably for me to run out of those. So empty R within 2. Yep. And they get 3 shots, but fortunately they're looking for triangles and he's a circle. That's what I get for not, whatever. Okay, this guy, he wants to redeploy. And the closest unit is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to move here, which is closer, and shoot, which fortunately does nothing. Which then just opens that up for more reinforcement later. Okay. That's that. This yellow is out of range, fortunately. Got a yellow way over here. So coastal R wants to get closer. 1, 2, I think it's closer, and that takes them down to 3 artillery. So they're abandoning the guns at this point, but that'll take him closer to this guy over here. Okay, I think that's all the yellow R's. That guy's blue. Okay, then the red, which I did this guy's shot over here, and then there were no other reds to deal with. Okay, now single blues. And all they do is they will fire at tanks, but nothing special, thank heavens. So I can ignore him, can ignore them. You're green, you're disrupted. And we escape there. So now remove disruption markers. Brown stays on, blue comes off. It's never good, the Japanese fire phase, but all in all, it could have been a lot worse. Wish this disruption would have stayed on, but that's fine. All right, next event. Flanking fire hits 1 U.S. unit in a water hex. I posted a question on BGG about this, coincidentally enough, just a little while ago, because when you read the event description, it says that remove a step from a unit in a water or beach approach. All right, so when you think water or beach approach, you know, you think these, right? These or these. However, 5.2, the last sentence, when talking about wading ashore, says a hex is considered both a water and a land hex. But that just might be, it says a beach is considered both a water and a land. Maybe that's just for the purposes of wading, or does that mean that this is considered both water and land for this event? I guess I'm going to keep, I haven't been playing it that this hit anyone on the beach. I've just been playing it only hits units in the water that are truly fully in a water, and I'm going to keep doing that because I'm going to assume that is only for the purposes that the rule about this being both land and water is just for wading, because this event would have clearly said, I think it would have clearly said that it hits units in beach approach, water, or beach, and it doesn't. So I'm going to count that as null. Oh, I forgot to disrupt all these guys, didn't I? We got a mess of disruption markers over here as a result of that attack. Okay. Sorry, I was referring to these. So I put disruption markers on here from the red attack. This is left over from last turn. And I can go ahead and set up for the HQ and engineer phase. All right, that HQ catches up, so they're both maxed out at 5. I think I'm going to go ahead and put, whoops, 1, 2. These are not in the field of fire of anybody, at least anybody who's occupied. So I'm going to put 2 out there. I'm going to burn off the disruption. One of these units was shot, so there's only 1 disruption marker there. I'm going to burn that off. That was 3. I think I'm going to go 4 here so that this guy can move, and then keep the other 2 for actions. All right, I don't think, considering it's turn 24, we have time to dally or do anything here. This guy needs to be close combated. He's disrupted, I'd like to go in with more than that, but that's what we got. I think I want to do something with them, probably move them here. Definitely want to move them there. But before I do that, let's see what other priorities we may have here. I see a couple of things, obvious things I want to do. One is it's going to take an action and a free action to have this group fire on these guys. They are not doubled because this guy is hitting them from this direction. So let's do it. Okay, excellent. Not excellent. We're not flanking. We're here. Yeah, I had to rewind the video just to make sure. I was hoping maybe we were here. We weren't. We're right here, so we're not flanking, but we've clearly doubled them. And do you have the weapons? No. They're just disrupted. If they were revealed, we could then do the optional disruption. All right, but they're not revealed. So, but at least they're disrupted, so they'll be quiet for a while. All right. Then these guys need to be close combated, and I moved. Did I move? No. No. We're not going in on that. Need a naval fire marker to take that depth marker out. I think we're just going to once again. These green guys are a problem, aren't they? Yeah, these guys are in the green. I don't know what to do. Can't get through. Can't get through. It would probably be death to go in on a close combat on that. So, and the way we got around that, we were combined firing 8 to 4, which is doubled, and they're just disrupted. And I think we're just going to do that again. I don't know what else to do. You know, I was double checking the movement rules, and I might have broken this rule earlier, so this is something to note when you play. When you move 3, you still must stop if you move into a hex adjacent to an enemy unit, even if disrupted. So I couldn't swing this guy around and say 1, 2, 3. He would technically have to stop here because that's adjacent, even though he's disrupted. I mean, I know that they have to stop if you enter an intense field of fire. That makes sense. They're like ducking their heads, whatever, they're exposed. So I know you have to stop moving then, but yeah, you got to stop if you move adjacent. So I was hoping to swing these guys up because I've got this log jam here, and it's probably one of the mistakes I've made was the way I did this attack. I was afraid to put guys here for good reason, so I have these guys here, but they're not doing too much. Yeah, these guys are really just holding placeholders anyway. I think they're just going to no, that's not true. This guy will go up here and join him. How's that? Let's have him go up there. This guy will continue to hold. Okay, so they're all done. What am I doing with this tank? I'm going to come back to these guys last. These guys were disrupted from close combat, so they're pretty much out of action this turn. What I probably should do, oh God, I mean, moving him in there to brown. I should probably move him in there. Yeah, this is what I should do. I should move him in there. And then I should give these guys an action to do this. Whoops, leave the garrison. Okay. And this tank pretty much just has to hold ground. I mean, he's just going to have to hold this spot. We can't drop a garrison there until we eradicate this. So I think he's just going to stop there. But at least I don't have to worry about, I mean, I have to worry about these guys in particular getting shot, but we don't have to worry about new units popping up. This guy is still hanging out here. I might end up retroactively giving that a garrison. We'll think about that. And now let's see what we've got over here. Now with these last two support markers, I think I want to take pot shots with the tanks. I should have put a hero on a tank. That would be really nice right now, just to be able to take free pot shots, because now we got these guys. I mean, moving this into here puts him in, he's already in intense red, but if purple comes up next turn, let me pause and think. All right, this might be foolish, but we're getting towards the end of the game, and I don't know what great options I have, so here's what I'm going to do. This whole stack gets free actions based on the heroes. They're going to move in here. This hex is susceptible to reinforcing. So a red R comes out. In fact, a red P came out this time, where we were lucky a red R didn't come out, or else they would have reinforced. Don't need any new units. Action to move this tank into here, so that takes care of a potential red I. Okay, an infiltrate I would pop up there. That's occupied. This guy pot shots the purple. We're looking for purple. Oh, come here, you. And we got it. All right. And that means I don't have any... Oh, this guy gets a free action. Yeah, but I'm not moving him out of there, because then that opens that up. So, yeah, he's just going to hold ground. Try to get a garrison in there maybe next turn, and maybe be able to move him over here so he can join in all the fun that looks like. So we have one close combat. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 for us. One for them being one counter and one for their close combat. Okay. And I'm going to just remove this, and we shoot, and we hit on the first card. Hot damn. And wait, and there's no event. Yes. Ooh, they had a hit cute. They had two. Look at that. That is their deck. Unbelievable. Wow. And we had, actually I shouldn't be looking at these. I'll mix them up. I shouldn't be looking at them. I just was too curious to know who had what. I wasn't supposed to look at those, because those were unrevealed. I just was so curious as to what, and we had one apparently. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to reshuffle the deck, since I kind of looked at those. I was so excited. So anyway, we got really lucky. We had one hit out of 4, and it happened to be the top one. And they had 2 queued up. So if that was in any other order, we were dead meat. Well, there's a bit of luck for you, for all my whining about my close combat odds. Not the worst turn 24 I've had, I'll tell you that.